Furry conventions. Large group of furries gathering round to spend 3 to 5 days doing crazy stuff. Yes. I have never been to one because they require a lot of mental and physical endeavors that I am not willing to go through. And even if this sounds contradictory, but on the whole, a furry convention is something that I wouldn't like attending. Everything that I criticize is everything that I am. Lesson 1 of knowing stuff about me. Now facing this crazy decision that I took to attend a convention, I got thinking about the how I should prepare. I've never been to one, and maybe the question of how to go to a furry convention is my safest prompt for this video. But giving it a second thought, I figured it was kinda obvious. Like, you just book a con ticket, you book the flight, maybe the hotel through a webpage that offers some sales, and that's it. A 10-minute video could have been just said like in a few seconds, or like, I don't know. It sounds super redundant. So the question should be how to prepare for your first con, but giving it my little twist. And that will be preparing and packing on a budget. Because I am extremely stingy with my money. So let's hop into it. Hi everyone, this is Xylee the Fox, and welcome to a brand new video. Now, getting ready for a convention might be already a routine if you live in a country where, I don't know, these events happen regularly. However, here in Latin America, unless you're from Mexico, you're not very close to any other convention but events that take place either once a year or in a different country. In getting ready for a trip, the economy of your country is a point that you must consider in order to plan your trip. My country has been struggling economically for the last 10 years, and because of that, well, you kinda adapt and learn to make ends meet. So that's why I want to go through the packing preparation for a furry convention. Going from Argentina to Brazil, guys, I'm going to Brazil first, yay! Okay, that being said, going from Argentina to Brazil by car is a complete no. I mean, it is possible, but it will be like a 26-hour drive, so nah. Not even considering. So the best option is, of course, flying. When you book a trip, if you're on a budget, the safest spot is a low-cost flight. Generally, these services only allow you to take a backpack or a carry-on. In the luckiest of cases, you know, both a backpack and a carry-on, which is my case. So how can I manage to fit my stuff in so little room? Well, let's see. For starters, ignore my Instagram reel. That was obviously a joke, but there's a good point in paying attention to it anyways. You're not packing to move out. That was the main point of that, let's say, meme, I guess. I mean, I hope the fursuit on the box part made the joke clear. I mean, I'm not taking a box to a furry convention. I mean, if you're like me, you will stay just 4 or 5 days. I cannot be that much away from my house because I get stressed. So, you will be coming back, and if you're a fursuiter, that space must be maximized. I am going to take my fursuit head, my paws, and my tail. From that initial plan, we can start arranging our suitcase. In the airport, I plan to record stuff for a vlog, so I need to have my fursuit at hand, which is why I will place my paws inside my head and my head inside my backpack, which will be this old suitcase which can be used as a backpack. But don't judge me, alright? I am making do. In order to protect it, I will cover it with a towel. And by doing this, not only am I protecting my fursuit, but I will also have a towel to take a bath at the con. I know hotels give you towels, but I don't know, guys. OCD? This same bag has very convenient pockets, which I will use to put my house keys because I need to return, my brush because I would like to look tidy on video, and my fan because, I don't know, maybe I'm too hot during the wait. The objective of this is not to make a mess with my clothes in my carry-on, which is why I will put all my possible needed gear in the convenient bag, so that I can have it at hand if I need to take my fursuit out to record a scene. Alright, now that everything is ready, my backpack is off. Let's move on to the carry-on. Shout out to my neighbor who kindly lent me this suitcase because I only have a big one. And the airline will kick my fuzzy little cute butt if I show up with this bag. So, first things first. Placing my suit tail where I can take it out easily once I arrive is a priority. I neither want to have trouble unpacking my clothes nor have my tail's fur all messed up during the flight. I really like to take care of its fur, so maybe placing it to one side might be a good option. So by doing that, you might save some space if you're going with my approach of, packing little and traveling light. But see that placing my clothes to one side is actually even more organized, and it gives you some room to place your underwear next to your fursuit tail, which, sometimes bends a little to the side. And talking about clothing, take at least one item of each type for the number of days that you will be staying. That is to say, if I am going for 5 days, then you should pack 5 t-shirts, 5 underpants, and 5 pair of socks. To be safe, that might be the best alternative. But, well, I think 1 pair of trousers might be enough. Maybe I'll take just 2, just in case, because I like, changing clothes from one day to another. And shoes, well, I will take 1 pair with me, like the one that I'm wearing, and a spare pair so that I can wear at the con space. All of this must fit in your suitcase, so plan your trip and your outfits with care. That's my most sensible piece of advice here, you guys. Consider the weather also, that's a key factor. If you're going on summer, then you should pack light clothing and, well, you know your body. If you sweat a lot, pack some extra t-shirts. Don't be smelly around the con space. It's not nice. Alright? Thank you. Remember to pack deodorant and, well, extra soap. But anyways, I think you can buy it once you arrive at the city of destination. I mean, if you want to save space. But anyways, if you're taking soap, remember that at least you should take 1 shower a day. In my case, since Brazil Fur Fest takes place in winter, I am taking a hoodie with me and 1 in the suitcase, just in case, even if Brazil is not as cold as Argentina. And finally, some details. I'm taking 1 badge and my pajamas. I love sleeping comfortably, so this is not negotiable for me. Oh, and my pride flag, cause Brazil Fur Fest hosts the fursuit parade and I definitely want to show my colors there, so yay! Side notes, don't pack unnecessary stuff. That is to say, if you have a headstand to dry off your fursuit, well, maybe you should not take it. Why? Because you are traveling light and it's taking considerable space in your suitcase, which can be optimized with other items. Just put your fursuit head upside down once you arrive in your room and apply some fursuit spray. It can surely dry off in a couple of minutes. That's what I do at home, for example. Apart from that, conventions generally have places with big fans which you can also use in order to dry off your fursuit. Any other convenient props like shampoo or soap, as I said before, can be bought at your place of destination. Save space in your suitcase. That's your main objective if you're traveling on a budget. Technology. Well, phone chargers and that's it. In my case, I'm also taking my recording gear, so maybe I'll need to see how I fit it. My microphones, luckily enough, are small, so I can put them in the pockets of my backpack. And my camera stand can be put next to my tail since it's quite small, so yay! But as regards important matters like money, in my case, going to a different country requires that I take cash. That is to say, I will have to exchange my Argentinian pesos for Brazilian reais, which is the currency that they use in Brazil. And why, you might be wondering? Oh boy, you're in for a treat. Because I live in a country whose policies in connection with credit cards, well, will kill me. Yay! So if you are going to a convention outside being Latino, mainly in a country, well, Argentina or I don't know, remember that taking out cash will be your best option in order not to have an extra expense when paying taxes, which are absurd in credit cards. But yeah, after considering the money stuff, yeah, you're just good to go. Remember that your objective is to travel light and not suffer your way to and from the convention and the hotel, especially in a city or country, in my case, which you have never been before. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed my first time preparing for my first furry convention ever. If you did like this video, comment on what you found most interesting, share it with your friends to see what they think about it, and subscribe, because I am planning on recording so much in Brazil. So maybe I will be making like 3 or 4 more videos in the future about this convention, because oh my gosh, it's the first time I'm traveling on my own. So safe roads to me and stay tuned guys, because I will see you in my next video. Meow!
Dedão, ponta, trás, ponta, dedão, ponta, trás, ponta.